Hey, it's Min from The Art of Verbal War, where people learn to excel in verbal skills. Last week I went to Sports Bar to watch my beloved Cal Bears play the University of Hawaii in a basketball game. I went there with my buddy, and it was a pretty loud sports bar. Sitting right next to us was this elderly lady, probably in her 50s, reading a book on her Kindle in the middle of a sports bar. And so my buddy and I, we were just having a normal conversation, and hey, I have a pretty loud voice because I'm always talking about that, right? You need to project your voice if you want to have authority and influence. So we were just having a normal conversation. We weren't even talking about the game. Out of the blue, she says something like, "Excuse me, your voice really carries." And so obviously what she was implying was I was speaking too loud and bothering her. Now let's keep in mind she was actually sitting in the middle of a sports bar during the NCAA basketball tournament trying to read a book. It wasn't a cafe or a library. So obviously when someone tries to power play you, you need to call them out. So in my book, People Games, I talk about mind games and power plays. She wasn't playing a mind game against me or anything, but basically she was acting in a passive aggressive way. She wanted me to be quiet. She wanted me to speak less loudly and not bother her, even though she was in the middle of a sports bar that was playing loud music in the middle of the NCAA tournament. She just obviously came to the wrong place. So when people do that to you, you need to call them out, okay? And there's two ways that you can do it. You can do it either directly or indirectly. So the direct approach is basically something like this. You literally call out the game that they're playing. So you can say something like this: "Hey, that's a little passive aggressive. Do you have something to say? If you have something to say, then please just say it." Or you can call out the other person by doing it in a way that implies that you're aware of the game that's being played, right? But it's not too direct. So you could do it both ways, but I kind of prefer an indirect approach usually. So you could say something like this if you wanted to approach it indirectly. "Oh, I see what you're doing. Is this the part where we're all supposed to pretend we're not sitting in the middle of a sports bar? And I'm gonna give you one other way, which is if you want to be a little bit of kind of a jerk, but usually probably in this situation I probably wouldn't do this to an elderly lady, but you can kind of misinterpret what she's saying. So instead of reacting to her in kind of a defensive manner, you could totally misinterpret what she's saying. You could say, "Why, thank you, I'll keep going so you can enjoy it." If you want to learn more about verbal skills, check out my website at www.artofverbalwar.com/YouTube. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Catch you next time.